It's another thrilling day in DayZ with the new update. The 1.11 update. It looks like I've got a new spawn friend that's randomly here too. Okay, whatever. Anyways, so we're going to go over the patch notes, what's new in the game, and of course we'll have more videos to follow in the coming days that kind of talk about the update a little bit further, which is kind of interesting. So first off, this is a bit of what I would call a smaller update. It seems like it's more focused on minor additions, changing the loot economy, and also kind of doing a lot of bug fixing. So they've added the SVAL rifle, SVAL rifle, added the 20 round magazine for the SVAL and the VSS. They've also added new textures for the static, well, aka abandoned M3S truck, added abandoned truck parts for the M3S. Starting a vehicle engine now slightly depletes the battery, which doesn't necessarily make a whole lot of sense to me. But yeah, that's how it works now. Added flags of the winners of our base building contest. Well, not mine and yours, but basically DayZ had this base building contest. So they added in some cool flags that people made. So that's interesting. Garden plots can now be removed with shovels and pickaxes. So now we're going to go over quickly, I'm skipping over fix for now, the central economy, because I thought this was kind of important. Reduce the amount of ammunition in magazines. Oh, that sounds a little bit tiring. Tweaked the deagle and revolver, now spawn in towns only. Tweaked repeater tiers, adjusted from tier 1, 2, 3 to 2, 3, 4 in Chinaris. Batteries won't spawn with a full charge anymore. Yay. Fixed spawn points on Landcastle stairs, and fixed that the bear pelt was missing. So that's cool, because we get bear pelts now. So they fixed, I guess, so we're going to just kind of go over the fixed options, right? Just assume these are all adjustments that, you know, fix some element of the game. It looks like somebody died here, I guess. I'll take all that stuff. The Xbox experimental disclaimer was not available in Brazilian Portuguese, which I guess there seems to be, you know, as odd as that sounds, a lot of like Brazilian Portuguese like translation issues or something in this game. I don't know if people have noticed that over the last few updates. There's always like some sort of Brazilian Portuguese like issue going on they're fixing. Just find it kind of humorous. The info widget in the vicinity does not pop up consistently. Okay. Tent doors were missing collision after their destruction. Okay. Inventory interaction hints were not shown properly on items with quantity sometimes. Fixed an exploit to glitch through walls. Plants could not become infested. Fixed a server crash related to pulling corpses out of vehicles. Fixed a game crash connected to item attachments. Okay. So that's if there's an item attachment. It was causing, I guess, some game crashes. Player can no longer execute certain actions when their legs are broken, including dancing, guys. You can no longer dance with a broken leg. Never gonna dance again. Player can no longer execute certain actions when their legs are broken, which is what we just said. I just feel bad that they're like all foot loose in this, you know, and you can't. Like, what a weird thing to fix. It's like, this is a big issue, guys. We need to get on this. People are dancing with broken legs. That's not how it works. You could do like a limp dance with a broken, whatever. Anyways, let's keep on going. Preparing mackerels or the carp did not stain the player's hands with blood. An applied splint would disappear if the player's inventory was full at the moment the healing was completed. Huh, the pumpkin helmet was still shining when ruined. It's because it was a beautifully shiny helmet. Just gotta be hating on the pumpkins. Not the pumpkins. Flares shot by the flare gun often disappeared inside objects. Okay. The glow of flares was immense when seen from up close, now scaled with distance. Getting out of a car could result in the character appearing on the roof when an object was on the exit position. Fixed a server error caused by repeating crouching during an ongoing action. The inventory of improvised shelters could be accessed from closed-off sides. Infected could hit the player through shelters and tents. Infected could enter closed-off containers, variants 2A and 2B. Infected would glitch into players during combat. Yeah, well, I'm glad they fixed that. It's a little bit annoying. Dead bodies getting stuck in mid-air. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Bodies of infected would sometimes rotate while already dead. The wrong particle effect was displayed when hitting infected with a pipe wrench or a pipe, a wrench, or a lug wrench. Adjusted collisions and occluders of buildings against unwanted behavior. Removed collisions of low-hanging tree branches for better navigation. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. That's good. Exploit, allowing players to get infinite plant seeds. That seems like it's just like a nice little glitch to have available to you, I suppose. But what do I know, right? What do I know? The frying pans and cooking pots would disappear from fireplaces upon server restart. The inventory of the M3S truck did not refresh after removing attachment containers from it. The dashboard on certain vehicles would disappear after certain actions. Ruined hatchets showed the wrong texture. The contents of the fireplace would not always be displayed in the world. The indoor fireplace could sometimes get wet during the rain. That's a bit comical. Landmines were not dealing damage when placed in the doorways of specific houses. Barbed wire could block the damage of grenades. Sounds were missing when skinning with some tools. It was possible to build overlapping fences and watchtowers. Swapping materials attached to base building objects could trigger a desynchronization. So that's a good fix. Fix a server error when checking the pulse of a disconnecting player. The battery charger is not a heavy item anymore. The battery charger could not recharge car and truck batteries, so it kind of makes it a little bit useless. Items could not be rotated and placed on the same space. Placing a connected battery into the inventory would not disconnect it. It was possible to use items placed in inventory slots for crafting operations. Entering a vehicle with a chem light or road flare turned on would ruin them. It was problematic to open/close the doors of vehicles when in third-person view. It is no longer possible to cut a raincoat into armbands when its inventory isn't empty. Attempting to throw a handheld plug device would unplug it, preventing it being turned back on. Slicing a rotten pumpkin produced edible pumpkin slices. That makes sense. Preparing spoiled fish would produce edible fish. Players were unable to remove some car parts from close range. An engine bell was displayed in the ADA 4x4. It was possible to craft a long torch from a sharpened stick with food attached, causing the food to disappear. Items split in the inventory of the truck would appear below it. Items were appearing on the roof when swapped inside specific buildings. Ooh, we're finally getting into a town. Takes a while. It was not possible to open cans that were upside down while in full inventory. Okay, character hand slot becoming broken after exiting a vehicle in the water. Oh, interesting. Endless white cable appeared after placing a spotlight. It was possible to sometimes light a fireplace underwater. Oh, that's a fun one. Fishing in the sea was frequently interrupted, making it difficult to find a place to fish. Oh, so now you can fish in the sea a little bit better. Improved the client performance when holding an item in hands. Continue damage from a fireplace or barbed wire after moving away from it. Packing a tent while having an item in hand would not hide said item. Blurred text on the logout dialog window. Resuscitation while having an item in hands caused it to appear in the middle of the action. Packing a tent while having an item in hands would not. Oh yeah, we said that. Infected walking through hangar service door or service hangar doors. Clipping issues with the camera in the big ATC building and airfield service hangar. Oh, a service hangar. Okay, that makes sense. Several object placement issues on the Chernarus terrain. Could not attach a selected attachment slot in the inventory. An item to an attachment slot. Oh, so if like fixing like a glow stick on a like a backpack or something. I get that now. It was not possible to equip items using micromanagement. The revolver was not dealing consistent damage. It was problematic to place a medium/party tents too close to a player. Okay. Issues with fertilizing garden plots. Anything cool in here? Oh look, it's that guy again. That's weird that he's in here in the same building as I am. That's odd. Anyways, the spotlight could be plugged into a battery that was inside of a vehicle. That would have been pretty comical. It was possible to place 2 tents inside of each other. It was possible to stack up stone ovens. It was sometimes possible to place objects inside the furniture of buildings. Well, that's a bit disappointing. So we're almost done. We just got to go over the change, update the tarp, fabric, durability, textures, and inventory view. More tools can be used to slice pumpkins. Reduce the initial velocity of the 5.56 by 45 ammunition by 9% to match real values. Barbed wire and fire now deal damage to infected and animals. Deployed barbed wire can only be dismantled from inside on fence and watchtower now. Uh-oh. I forgot. Oh, it's the other guy bringing the zombie in. Enjoy the zombie. Updated the credits. The fireplace now warms a larger area with maximum heat reaching further. Lowered the maximum heat of the fireplace. The flare from the signal pistol now falls down slower. And I think that about sums up all of the big changes in the game thus far. There are some known issues. Entering a vehicle might cause a black screen, a game crash by adding too many nails while constructing the flagpole. So that's an interesting selection of changes, I guess you could say, in regards to updating the game and doing some new things with it. So it'll be interesting to hear what folks are wanting. Keep in mind that this did come with a full server wipe, which was known ahead of time. I did report on that. And also community servers, this is an updated thing, will now have the option to opt out of the update if they so choose. Is this new? I don't think this is new. This is weird. We got a little bunker here with a shot window. But yeah, your service, so people that run like community servers can now opt out of doing the wipe. The wipe is to change the economy of the game in regards to like how loot spawns. So that's interesting. And of course, guys, if you see anything cool with the loot and stuff, let me know how the changes are. We'll likely be doing a review of the game on Series X and PS5 in the near future with the new update to talk about it. Maybe do a live stream as well of the new update. And yeah, that I think about covers what we're going to be doing for the 1.11 update. Pretty, similar to what we've done in the past when it comes to, the content in the game for updates. It shouldn't be anything too out of the ordinary. And again, like there's a decent amount of stuff here, but it really is just like a smaller sort of update that's more about, fixing things, adjusting stuff, adding one or two items, which has really been sort of the updates for quite a while now. I am hoping we get some more expansive ones, but in my opinion, the loot economy is definitely something that needed to be worked on, and I'm still not necessarily seeing any sort of true benefit of that yet, but hopefully it's a bit better in the regular servers. And as always, if you're struggling to find good loot in the regular servers, the community servers usually are way better for it, and that's a good way to jump in there. We're just in a community server right now because it's just like whatever I could jump into. So yeah, that's interesting. Another great adventure in DayZ. And hopefully we've got... Why are there so many glow sticks around here? Hopefully there are some more exciting things coming up in the future as we get... remember that there's going to be like several updates this year. I have a video going over what their plans are for 2021, so check that out. Like I said, next-gen optimizations are coming. Several updates this year, and it looks like DayZ is going to have more content, so that should be great for, I don't know, people that like playing DayZ. But I think that about sums up our particular adventure at the current point in time, I suppose.